Hello, friends and family. Welcome to Come Sit at My Table. My name's Tom. My wife, Melissa, is behind the camera. One of us,
That would be me.
I haven't even told it yet.
I know what you're going to tell.
One of us loves hard cinnamon candy, especially at Christmas. And it's not me.
Me.
It's her. I don't care for cinnamon anything, really. And I really don't even like hard candy. I don't like those little red and white peppermints. I don't like butterscotch candy. I just don't like hard candies. So, I don't make this for me, but I make it for my sweetie because she loves it.
And I love you for making it for me.
Oh, I love you. Okay, here's what we need. We're going to use 2 cups of just regular white sugar. We're going to use 1 cup of Karo syrup. We will start by mixing those 2 together in a 4-cup measuring cup. I'll explain the process of how we're going to cook it in just a minute. But when that comes out after the final cooking, we will add a few drops of red food coloring, and we will add 1 of these little bottles of cinnamon flavoring. I believe the brand is called Loran. You can buy it at Walmart, Meijer, Kroger, just about anywhere. And if you can't find it there, you can order it online. But Walmart carries a large variety of flavors at this time of year. Now, the traditional way to make this is on the stove. And you put it in a saucepan and you bring the sugar and the corn syrup and some water, which you don't have to use if you're doing it in the microwave, to a boil, and you cook it and cook it and cook it until it gets to 260 degrees. And of course, you have to have a candy thermometer. And then you add in the food coloring, but you don't stir it, and you keep cooking it until it gets up to 300 degrees, and then you take it off and you add the flavoring, and it's a job. Have we made it that way? Yeah, because Melissa loves it. So I've made it that way. But then I discovered you can do it in the microwave. It's a lot shorter method. You don't need a candy thermometer, and it works just as well. So here's what we're going to do. We take our 2 cups of sugar, and we're going to stir in 1 cup of corn syrup. So let's get that measured out. And we all know how sticky this is. Sticky, sticky, sticky. But that's what makes it good, right? It's full of sugar. Okay. There's 1 cup. Let's get our little spatula. And we're just going to stir that in to the granulated sugar, the white sugar. And we want to make sure we get every drop of that out there. I think probably candy making is one of the things that you do when you're cooking that you really have to pay attention to the amount and be precise with it. Because if you're not, sometimes it just will not turn out. So you just have to make sure that you do it correctly. So we're just going to take that corn syrup and that sugar and stir it together. And it's going to be, I don't know the word. It's going to be thick and gooey. And
it's a little pasty right now.
Yeah, pasty. I guess that's a good word for it. But you have to make sure you get all of that sugar stirred up. I don't know if you can see down in there, but every time I stir, there's more of that sugar. Look down in there. See, there's still some down in there that's not mixed up. So just have to keep stirring, and it gets thick. Can you see there on the bottom? There's still sugar in there. So, continue to stir. Try to get it all stirred up together. This is really the hardest part of this recipe. Just trying to get all of that sugar stirred up in there. And I think that's pretty good. Now, getting this off your utensil is a lot of fun. Okay, I'm being facetious. Oh, one other thing I should have told you. When you make this candy, you want to run your sink full of really hot soapy water. Because the way to get the candy out of your measuring cup when you're finished is to soak it. Soak, soak, soak. Just let it sit in that hot soapy water and it will soak it off there. You won't have to scrub it at all. And I have found that if you have a little trouble getting it to soak off there, you can put some water in your measuring cup and stick it in the microwave and let that water come to a boil. And when that water comes to a boil, it will take that candy off there. Okay, let me wash my hands again. Get that sugar off of me. Now, we have to cover this with a piece of plastic wrap. And it has to be covered really tight. Because we want to hold that heat in. We have to get it to boil up to the 300-degree stage, which is the hard crack stage. So we're going to put it in for about 3.5 minutes to 4 minutes. I'll just have to watch it. I'm going to set my microwave for 4 minutes, but I'll start watching it. And when it comes to a good full rolling boil, somewhere between 3 minutes, 15 seconds, and 4 minutes, we will take it out and stir it. We'll cover it with another piece of plastic. We won't use this one because there will be sugar crystals that boil up and get on this. And when you take it off, you can't put it back on. You don't want those sugar crystals to get in your candy. It will ruin it. So we'll take this off and put a new piece on and cook it again for the same amount of time. Okay, I'm going to put this in for 4 minutes. And when it's at a full rolling boil, we'll come back and let you see what it looks like before we stir it and cover it with a new piece of plastic wrap. Now let me stick this in. Set our microwave for 4 minutes. And we'll be back in about 3.5 to 4 minutes. Our candy mixture has been in for about 3.5 minutes. And it is boiling really well. So we're going to take it out, take the plastic wrap off, stir it, put clean plastic wrap on, and put it back in for another 3 minutes, 15 seconds to 4 minutes until we can tell it's come back to another really good boil.
Is this when you put your coloring inside?
No, the coloring doesn't go in until it's finished. Now, it will be extremely hot. So you have to use something to get it out. You will not be able to touch your measuring cup. And you do have to work quickly. Ouch.
So these are new spoons, everything.
These are clean spoons. You cannot use the same spoon twice. Okay. Okay, well, the handle's not as hot as I thought it might be. All right, so I think we've got it stirred up pretty well. Notice that I have a piece of aluminum foil on my cookie sheet, and I have sprayed it with Pam because you don't want to put this on your cookie sheet without foil. Okay, so we're going to throw that piece away. Get a clean piece of plastic wrap. Put it on. Good and tight. And right back in for another 4 minutes. Now, that will come back to a boil very quickly, but we have to let it keep boiling because we've got to get it up to 300 degrees to that hard crack stage. When it comes out this time, we will use a clean spoon. We'll throw that plastic wrap away. We'll stir it, stir in our food coloring and our flavoring, and then pour it on our foil on our cookie sheet. Make sure you have it ready because you do not have time to get a cookie sheet ready once you take it out of the microwave. All right, we will be back in about 3.5 minutes. Okay, it's ready. And you can see it is boiling. Hopefully we are to the hard crack stage, and hopefully I can get this plastic wrap off here. Ooh, that is hot. Now, this is totally optional. You do not have to put food coloring in it. Some people have issues with food coloring and they don't like to put it in anything, and that's fine. This is totally optional. You do not have to use food coloring. But
it does make it pretty for Christmas.
Melissa likes for it to be red for Christmas, and I think it's kind of traditional, if it's cinnamon, that it should be red. I might have put a drop or two too much. That is really red.
It's pretty though.
Then you put in your bottle. This is called 1 dram. Now this will steam, so you have to be careful. When you stir it in, it does normally steam. Well, it's not as bad as normal. Ooh, I can smell the cinnamon.
I love that smell.
Oh, I know you do. Ugh. Sorry. I just don't care for it. Okay. And on to, ooh, that is hot. Let me grab one of these. On we go. All right, babe. I hope you love every bite of it.
Well, I will share with our kids later this week, but oh, that smells so good.
Sorry. Shoo.
It's strong though, you're right.
That got up my nose.
That cinnamon is strong.
Wow. Yeah, it's strong. It's really strong for somebody who doesn't care for cinnamon. Let's get it all out of there. It's another bite or two of candy for Mama. And I am doing my best to watch what I eat. And thankfully, this won't tempt me at all.
Good thing about this is that, you know, you can keep this for a while.
Actually, it'll last a long time. Goodness sakes. Okay. It didn't turn out as red as I thought it was going to when it was in the measuring cup. But that's it. Now, you just have to let it sit.
No refrigerator, right?
No. You cannot put it in the refrigerator. It has to sit at room temperature until it hardens. Now, once it's hard, we will break it up, and we'll bring you back to see us break it up. And after you break it into bite-sized pieces, then you put it in just a big bowl or a Tupperware container with powdered sugar and stir it up and get it coated really well with powdered sugar, and then just store it on your counter and eat it as you want it. But we will bring you back once this gets hard, sets up, cools down, and let you see how we break it up and let you see us coating it with powdered sugar. Isn't that much easier than standing over the stove and cooking it to 300 degrees?
Definitely.
So much easier. All right, we'll be back when this is ready. It's been about, I don't know, 30 to 40 minutes since we poured the candy, and it's pretty much cooled down. So we are going to break it up. You might be able to see that I took a pizza cutter and tried to score it so that it would break easier. But by the time I did that, it was already pretty much setting up. And so it didn't cut into the pieces the way I would have liked for it to. So they're still a little too big. We may have to break some of those up. But let's take it off here and see what we can do with it. And we've got our powdered sugar out here ready to go. I will tell you, somebody in this house has already been into it.
I wonder who that would be.
Yeah, that didn't work too well. I can tell them it wasn't me. I couldn't care less about this stuff.
The house smells so good. I love that smell.
Now, if I were teaching fact and opinion today...
Oh yeah, let's have a reading lesson while we're cooking.
That's definitely an opinion. I don't think it smells too good. But if you like cinnamon... Now, here's the good thing. If you like hard candy, but you don't like cinnamon, it comes in all different flavors. I mean, there's a ton of them.
Oh yeah, they do have a lot of options.
Lots
out
of
there.
them, yeah.
I just like cinnamon at this time of the year especially.
I'm just going to try to break it. This is how I break it. I just take a knife and hit it, and it breaks. Some of these pieces are too big. You want little bite-sized pieces that you can just kind of stick in your mouth. Okay.
Yeah, you don't really chew these up. You just kind of
suck on them.
Mouth and,
you suck on them.
yeah, it's like a hard piece of candy.
Yeah. You don't take a I don't know, butterscotch piece and bite it.
Right. It's not like the
suck on
candy.
It. No. No, it's not like that. So you just take it, a few pieces, and you break it up as small as you want it, as big as you want it. Now there's some smaller pieces, babe.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we'll just do this many for right now. Put them in there and just mix them up. Get them all stirred up, coated with that powdered sugar. Stir it around. And we'll just put them back out on this cookie sheet.
Should have gotten a little candy bowl to put them in.
Yeah, we will. I didn't think about doing that for the video, but yeah. And honestly, you know, if I was going to eat this, which I'm not, but I would eat it for the powdered sugar. Well, I would. It's true.
That cinnamon is so good.
Okay. There we are, back to fact and opinion again. Okay, you can see what they look like. Now, I am not going to sample a piece of this, but somebody is.
Well, if I must. It's really good. I think you'll like it. If you like cinnamon, you'll really enjoy this.
I guess not bad if you're a cinnamon lover.
And I am a definite cinnamon lover.
Yeah.
Thank you, babe, for making it for me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. That's all you have to do. And you can see how it just breaks up. You can even break it with your fingers. Just break it up to the sizes you want it. Throw it in. Sometimes you get little shards. You know, a lot of people call this glass candy or stained glass candy because it does kind of look like pieces of stained glass, doesn't it? Pretty cool. All right. Well, now I've done this. I have it all over me. Sorry. All right. Thank you so much for watching our videos. If you would, we'd appreciate you going right down under this video and clicking the thumbs up that just says you like the video. And over on this side, if you haven't already, click the word subscribe and that'll just subscribe you to our channel. It doesn't cost you a penny. Just click the subscribe button and that way you have joined our channel. And if you'll click that little bell beside of it, that's a notification bell that just will send you a notification every time we add a new video. That way you never miss one. And of course, if you would click the share button down below this video and share it to your own page, that would help more people to know about our videos. Now, under the video, there's a description box, and it's not very big. It'll have the title of this candy in it. And right under it, you'll see where it says show more. If you'll click on the words show more, it will expand that box and you'll see the written recipe. Melissa always puts the written recipes under each of our videos. So, that's it. Pretty easy to make this candy in the microwave. Sure is a lot easier than on the stovetop. We really do appreciate that you watch our videos and that you're supporting our channels, and we really do appreciate the kind comments that most of you have left. That means more to us than anything, really. And we hope you remember, you are always welcome to come sit at my table. Merry Christmas and have a good day.